Welcome to Soil Superheroes. This video is made to accompany your Soil Superhero Take-Home Kit you may have received from a Shelby County library. But if you didn't receive a kit, you can still watch, learn, and participate. Soil, also known as dirt, is actually a complete habitat where a wide range of organisms have all they need to live and thrive. They have the 4 essential elements that we all need to survive. All right, Jacob, can you tell me the 4 things that all living organisms need in order to survive?
Water.
Water.
Food.
Food. There's 2 more.
Air.
Air. Air is kind of part of space, so we all need space to live and breathe and work. Where do you sleep every night?
House.
A house or shelter. There are a multitude of tiny living organisms that play an important role in nutrient cycling and soil fertility. These organisms inside the soil include centipedes, spiders, grubs, insects, mites, pill bugs, millipedes, and of course, worms. Even things that we can't see, like bacteria, are ever present in all the soil. In fact, just a handful of soil can have as many bacteria as there are people on Earth. So imagine all the people on Earth fitting in one handful of soil. That's how many bacteria are in there.
Well, if we were like tiny as a crumb, everyone would fit in it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't even think then. You think you can handle 7 billion crumbs in your hand? No. Bacteria are microscopic, so you can't see them unless you have a microscope, so they are that small. All of these organisms play an important role in soil health. So important, we refer to them as soil superheroes. You can read more about soil superheroes on the introduction part of your take-home kit. So now that we know these wiggly, creepy, crawly creatures are super important, let's get used to looking at them in real life. We're going to go outside and explore some soil superheroes. First thing you need to do is gather some materials. You're definitely going to need a small shovel or hand trowel. The bug jar that I included in your take-home kit. Now these bug jars in the lid have holes on top and a magnifying glass. But if you don't have this, that's okay. You can use a jar like this and just a regular magnifying glass. You're also going to need kind of a plastic or pan, something like this, where you can spread out a clump of soil and see what we can find in it. You will also need your identification cards. So in case you did not get the take-home kit, here's what we're looking for today. Snails, slugs, what are those?
Ants. Salamander.
Millipede.
Millipede. Spiders.
Spider. Grub. Yeah, good job. Nematode.
Nematode.
Centipede.
Centipede.
Springtail.
Worm.
Earthworm.
Pillbug.
Pillbug. Sowbug.
Sowbug.
So these are the things we're looking for today. Are you ready to go dig?
And I just think we're only going to find these 3.
So you think, your prediction is that we're only going to find earthworms, spider, and ants. That's
We're
it?
definitely going to find ants and worms.
Okay.
But there's a hard chance we might find all of these. We might find all of them, but I'm just guessing we're going to rule 4. We're going to get these, okay?
Okay, are you ready to dig?
Yeah.
The second thing you need to do is pick a good location that your parent guardian approves of to dig a little bit and collect some soil. I highly recommend looking under some rocks. Let's scoop some of this dirt up into the pan and we'll take it inside where it's not as windy and see what we can find.
Yeah, I see some blood right here.
Now remember, when we're digging in the soil, we want to be careful because we are digging through people's homes, right? Yes, we just talked about how the soil is home to millions of different little living organisms, so we need to be careful. We came inside. I wouldn't normally recommend sifting through dirt and bugs inside. However, it is awfully windy today and we had things blowing everywhere, didn't we? So Jacob has already identified a snail without its shell. I think it's a snail without his shell.
Yeah.
So would that be a slug?
Because it's not a slug.
Okay.
I'm serious. It doesn't look like a slug.
So what else is in here? You see that other little guy in there?
Yeah, what is
He's got a lot of little legs and he looks hard. So I would guess he's either a sow bug or a pill bug. What do you think?
sow
You think
bug.
sow bug? Now this other one, that's the
slug.
So look at that. We just sat down and we've already identified 2 species in our soil and we have so many more to go. So once you've collected your soil, you can sift through and anything that's wiggling around, you can pick out gently, trying not to squish them. What? What is it?
You better get it.
Oh, so I think it is. Get the jar. Get the jar. Open the lid.
Yes.
All right.
I think that's centipede.
Centipede.
That looks just like it, right?
Yeah. It's a pretty small one. When we were digging, we saw a larger centipede, but man, was it fast, wasn't it? I said, look, there's a centipede, and I went to go grab it, and it was deep down in the ground. Like, it could crawl through tunnels like no other.
This is weird. We didn't find any worms.
I thought that was weird, too. Normally, when we go digging for worms to go fishing, we have no problem at all. We get worms galore.
Because I know where the spot that did for worms is. And I forgot to tell you.
Oh, you were holding back on me, were you? So this, I think, yes, I do remember. That's a little shell. I think that would be a shell that maybe a slug or something would use. Oh, look, what do we got here?
What is it?
What is that?
A worm!
Yeah. I think that's the smallest worm I've ever seen in my life. It is definitely...
That's a baby worm.
It might be a baby worm. You're right. What's that?
That's an ant.
Ants. We got an ant, like you predicted.
Yeah.
A worm, an ant. What else did you predict?
A spider.
Spider. Okay.
Let's show them these white things.
Okay. We found a lot of these little white things.
Got born. They're yellow. They're white.
Maybe, but they're not smaller than an ant. I think they might even be bigger than ants. So that doesn't make sense. But I like where you're thinking. You see it? This one you might need the magnifying glass. He is orange and he is small. What do you think it is?
He's lying. I don't know. But sure is small. He's smaller than the tiniest piece of crumb.
So Jacob, are you surprised at how many different kind of bugs we found? Yeah. So once you've sifted through your pile of dirt and you think you've identified all the different types of bugs, you can return all the bugs in their dirt back to where you found it. Because remember, that's their home and that's where they want to be. They have their food, water, shelter, and space.
Where's the water?
It's in the soil. You can feel it. It's kind of...
Where's their food?
Some of them eat soil. Some of them eat other animals. Some of them eat
other
dead...
animals?
Yeah.
So all these might eat each other?
Spiders definitely eat other bugs.
But worms don't.
No, worms eat... they break down dead things in soil. Then, if you're allowed by an adult, pick another place in your backyard to dig up another section of dirt and do the same thing. You can count how many different species you found in the first spot and how many species you found in the second spot. And whichever one has the higher number of different species could be considered a healthier soil. The more variety of species we have in our soil, the healthier it could be.
What ones did we not find?
So we found about half of our identification cards. I'd say that's pretty good, more than you predicted, huh? So if you received the take-home kit from the library, your paper includes many additional soil resources. On the back side, it includes a lot of websites that you can go to and research some more things about soil. On the front, there are a list of books available at every branch of the library in Shelby County. And down here are some suggested snacks. What we are going to demonstrate is dirt pudding, and then these snails and bugs and caterpillars. So Jacob and I are each going to make a snail or a bug or a caterpillar, and we're going to show them to you. And the supplies I have are celery sticks, orange slices, apple slices. I have some grapes and some long skinny pieces of like carrot and broccoli. Candy eyeballs, which I understand not everybody may have at home. And then you're gonna need something sticky like peanut butter or hummus or cream cheese. So here is my snack creation. It is a snail. And again, you may not have all these supplies, but whatever you have at home, something similar. All right, Jacob, tell me what you made.
A caterpillar?
Yeah, good job. His eyes look straight up at you. Have you heard of dirt pudding before?
No.
No? It's actually pretty good. It's a mixture of pudding and Oreos, and they call it dirt pudding because it kind of looks like dirt, right? So we're gonna make our own variation of that today. You're gonna take your empty jar, and I'm gonna take my empty jar, and we're gonna put in layers of things that's gonna make it look like soil. We have chocolate pudding, sprinkles, gummy worms that were included in your kit, crushed up Oreos, and Twizzlers in case you don't have the gummy worms. So my dirt pudding snack includes chocolate pudding and Oreo layers, gummy worms and Twizzlers mixed in the middle, and then on top I sprinkled some sprinkles to make it look like grass growing on top. So what do you got there?
Twizzlers to make the roses.
Roses?
And
Nice.
the sprinkles, the grass, and the jelly worms for worms. Crushed up Oreos is the soil.
Awesome. He did not want to put any pudding in his, which is okay. Okay, you ready to eat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.